What's up, you guys? It's Haitian Melanin back with another video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're a return subscriber, welcome back to my channel, you guys. You already know the drill. So, you guys, I am gonna do a video on things that I've learned in my whole 24 years of life, or I guess since it's not the 24th yet, 23 years of life. So I'm just gonna, make this video to spread knowledge and hopefully reach to you guys so you guys don't make the same mistakes that I've made in the past, or so you guys could, learn something new in this video. So if you're ready for this channel, if you're ready for this video, let's get to it. It's how you view something will define what comes after it. Once you start thinking negative things follow, because it's like your mindset is already like in a negative like pathway. So anything else that happens, it's just gonna like add on. But like instead of like, like for example, like I've learned like when something negative happens and I like, fight it with positivity, like I just keep pushing. But if I just let that negativity consume me, I feel like it's just attracting more negative things to happen to you, because you're not putting all your work, you're not putting all your potential into turning this day around. You're just like accepting whatever that comes your way. And that's not a good way to look at it. Like, for example, like when I come into the shift, I try to keep a positive, attitude. Like this shift is going to be a good shift. I don't care what happened the other night. I don't care what the nurse told me in a report. My shift is going to be a good shift. And that be happening. But other times when I'm like, oh, dang, I have a crappy assignment. Dang, this shift is going to be a bad shift. And I'm just like walking around slump. And guess what? This shift turns out to be a bad shift. So just make sure that like, when something negative happens, don't just dwell on it. Keep pushing, be positive, turn it around. Just because one negative thing happened, or just because one huge negative thing happened in your life today or in your life in the past, that does not determine your future. Just keep pushing. And besides, we're God's children. Everything happens for the good. All the negativity, all of the hurt, all of the betrayal, it happens for the good. He's gonna turn it around some way, somehow for the good of you. Like, God himself is a positive God. Like he don't just dwell on negative. He doesn't want us to dwell like on the negativity. Like he's like, do not worry about tomorrow. Or he's like, cast all your anxieties onto me. Cast all your fears onto me. Like cast all your burdens onto me. Like our God is not a negative God. So why should we as his kids be negative? To solve something, to better something. So us, his children, ourselves should try to have that same mentality, is to be positive. You don't actually have to be confident to sound or look confident. You don't have to actually be confident and sound confident to look confident. Once you have that, like you don't have to be confident. Like a lot of things shows how confident you are. The way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you dress. Like, if you come somewhere, you dress like whatever, like, I mean, I'm not saying it's not showing that you're confident, but someone who's confident has like a demeanor. In my nursing career, like, working at the hospital and stuff, I realized when I speak low, I'm not saying speaking low define that you're not confident, by the way, but I realized like, the reason why I speak low is because I lack confidence. I lack in like, what I'm saying. I don't believe like in, what I'm saying. So I'm trying to speak low. So it's only, if I look stupid, I only look stupid between the person I'm interacting with. But other people is not going to hear the stupidity. But then I realized everyone started from somewhere. Like if I'm going to say something, I'm going to say it loud and proud. Like I'm not going to shout like, oh my God, but I'm going to say it loud and proud. So yeah. And a lot of people like did have to like come near me like, what'd you say? What'd you say? But now I just say it. Like, I'm not confident in what I'm saying, but it appears that I am, or like certain way that people might say something, they sound confident, but they don't know what they're talking about. Like I had a friend, we're talking or whatever, And she sounded like she knew what she was saying. Like, she's like, yeah, they say that's what this and this happens. And I'm like, really? Research shows that? She's like, no, I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, it's like the way that you say something, the way that you behave, like, shows confidence. Like, if you say something confidently, people's gonna believe what you gotta say, even though if it's not factual. But it's about the tone it's the tone that you use. It's how you say it. It's the wording that you use that people is gonna, take you seriously. Another thing that I've learned is that everything is limitless. Like, regardless of what you want to do, even though the dream might seem unreachable, trust and believe there is a way somehow, because those other people that made it happen, they didn't just wake up and it just happened. Like, they had to work for it, Like, I feel like as long as, like, you put work into something, like, you're gonna bear, I don't know how they say, you're gonna bear the fruits of your labor. Like, basically, like, when you work hard, you receive what you worked hard for. Like, I noticed with me, it's like when I was in nursing school, I wasn't able to, go have fun. I wasn't able to, like, make money. I wasn't able to, do all of those other things that, like, people who's not in nursing school are doing out there. But me, I had no life. I had to stay focused on the book, like, keep my head in the book. And now I am bearing the fruits of my labor. Like, I'm enjoying, my labor. Like, just like in the Bible, like with Adam and Eve, God said, from now on, you're gonna have to, like, work for what you get. And that's exactly true. Like, if you want something, you're gonna have to work hard for it. Nobody, like, gets something, like, easily. Even, like, Kylie Jenner, who's born into riches, like, and she came out with the line, it didn't just happen because she's rich. Yeah, maybe the path would have been easier for her because she's well known and because she has, like, so much knowledgeable people around her. But I'm pretty sure she struggled as well, so don't look at somebody and be like, oh, look at them, they made it, they're smarter, they're richer, making excuses for yourself. No, everybody on this earth, if you want something, you have to put in work for it. And that's for everything. That's in relationship, finances, your goals. Like, me right now, I am putting work on my YouTube channel right now. Like, I have 700 something subscribers. That might not be a lot to, compared to other people who have hundreds and thousands and millions, but I had to work hard for my 700 and something subscribers. We all start from somewhere. Like, somebody probably came out with a video yesterday and already, like, reached, like, 100,000 views. But me, who's just starting out, but that doesn't mean that the person who got 100,000 views is better than me. It's just everybody have their own paths to take, and I just got to work a little harder. And as long as you keep working on it, you're gonna reach it regardless. And don't ever be scared to fail, because that's like, being scared of failure that is holding you back. You just got to look at everything like it's limitless. I can reach it. Everything is possible. Like, yeah, I'm going to have drawbacks. Yeah, I'm going to fall, but I'm just going to keep pushing, because in my head, everything is possible. You have to keep that, like, positivity, that mindset that I can reach it. And once you put that once you instill that within yourself, you're gonna work for it, okay? You're gonna work for it. Like, you need to know your why. You need to have that drive within you. It's that drive that's gonna keep you pushing. Like, if you see that you want to do something, but this ain't in it for real, you gotta redirect yourself. Think of a stronger why, or whatever that you need to do, whatever that you need to get done, get it done as soon as possible. Ain't no dwelling on it. Ain't no waiting on it. Ain't no, like, I'll do it tomorrow. No, if you can do it today, do it today. Because I genuinely feel like if that thought came in your mind, you need to act on it now. Because the spirit, it communicates with us. Like, for example, like when I have bills to pay, I just got a bill in my head that came up that I need to pay. But when I have bills to pay, and, like, the spirit reminds me of it, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just hold it off. And guess what? Like, the bill is past due and now I had to pay the fee, you know? So it's like, if I had acted on it when it reminded me in the beginning, I wouldn't have gone that far. So don't procrastinate. Like, your mind, your spirit, or whatever you want to call it, is communicating with you for a reason. Procrastination is not going to take you anywhere. Like, if you need to do something, put actions right now, because the only person that you're hurting is yourself. The only thing that you're hurting is your pocket. If it's not hurting your pocket, it is hurting your finance. If it's not hurting your finance, it is hurting your time. So do not procrastinate. Like, start now. Like, especially with, like, you know, being a nurse. If I remember something that I need to do for my patient, I need to do it now. Because if I don't do it now, and with everything else that I have going on, I'm going to forget about it. So you remember something, you need to do something, do it now while you have the chance, because you don't know what tomorrow's going to hold for you. You don't know what the next 15, 30 minutes going to hold for you. All my nurses, y'all know what I'm talking about. Is there is enough blessings for everyone out here. Do not gatekeep. Like me, if you know me, not to toot my own horn or anything, I'm just telling the truth. Like me, I love to help people. Like, if I know something, I'm gonna like help somebody else to know that thing too. Because why? There's enough blessings for everybody. Like, why should I gatekeep information because I'm trying to make it on top and everybody is just like, why should I see somebody's doing something that's not helping for their future and just stay there and like just see them, you know? Like, there's enough money out here for everyone. There's enough blessings out here for everyone. Everybody have their own path. Like, imagine how successful families would be. Imagine how successful a group would be if they put their minds together, if they work together. Like, you're sharing your knowledge, you're instilling your knowledge into me, I'm instilling your knowledge into you, my knowledge into you. We're watering each other. Like, you could go so much further that way. And the more that you're helping people, the more that, like, you know, they're gonna get in their feet. And once they get in their feet, they're gonna help you too. Not saying that you're doing something like to receive anything back, but it's just what it is. Like, when you're helping, when you're giving, you're attracting that onto you as well. Like, that shouldn't be the sole reason why you're doing it. But just think, like, you give, you're giving, that person is giving somebody else, and that, you know, it's just an ongoing like progression. Like, I just hate when people know something and because they want to be the best and they don't want to like help somebody else who is struggling. That's not how you should take a look at it. Like, everybody is unique in their own ways. Like, yeah, you might be good at instilling that IV, but do you have personality? Do you have optimism? Like, you're showing me how to stake a patient, how to get an IV is not taking anything out of you. Because if it's everything else combines together that makes you you. So don't think, oh, because I'm gonna teach this person this, or because I'm gonna tell this person this, I'm gonna lose, or people's gonna view me different. No, you're unique, baby girl. You unique, handsome man. Like, believe in yourself, okay? Believe in yourself. There's enough blessings for everyone out there. Trust. And God has, like, before we were even out of this earth, God had our plans for our lives right in front of him. God has our paths, like, right in front of him. Like, don't think, oh, because I'm going to do this, this person is going to be better than me. No, that's not how you should take a look at that. And another thing is, do not halfway help someone. What good is it to help someone 80% but not the full 100%? Like, in the word, it says, if you're gonna feed me knowing that I need clothes too, what good is it for you to feed me and not give me clothes? Another thing that I had to learn is that everything doesn't revolve around me. It's sad, but it's true. Everything doesn't revolve around me. People got their own life going on. People got their own problems. I can't expect people to do things for me. I can't expect people to act how I would act. Like I said, everybody's different. Like, just because you called me the other day and you venting to me, and now it's like 2 weeks later or 2 days later and I'm calling you to check up on you, doesn't mean that I should expect the same treatment. Because everybody think differently, everybody act differently, everybody like has their own problem. Who's to say that like when I checked up on you 2 weeks later, like it wasn't something that happened that made me check up on you, or it wasn't a conversation that happened to check up on you. Like, it's just, don't expect out of people. Just take it how you know. I'm not saying to just like you know, I'm not saying to just take what everybody throws at you, but don't expect the most out of people, or don't expect to see yourself in somebody else, because nobody's really gonna act exactly how we would act. Everybody has a different way of showing love and showing that they care for you. So things aren't always what it seems like. Like a lot of times when like we just make up scenarios in our head, or like we have conflict with somebody, or like something happens and it seems like a way, but a lot of times the way that we see it is not how it actually is, or the way that like it seems to be is not what it really is. I don't know if you guys realize, like when you're having like a conflict with someone, you're thinking all this thing that they're thinking in their head. You're thinking all this thing. And then when you sit down and talk to them, it's something completely different. Like, for example, I had got into a car crash last year, the end of last year. And I called my friend. I'm like, hey, like, I got hit by, you know, an animal or something. And then she bust out laughing. But the thing is, she didn't know to the extent of that car crash. Like, that car crash was so bad that my airbags blew, you know? But, and then we're talking, and then I'm like, that's not funny. And then like, she's still laughing and stuff. And she's like, wow, like, I'm like, I was like, that's not funny. I'm being serious. She's like, wow, I'm so sorry. And the phone just hangs up. The call just ends. And it's like, I'm thinking, damn, did she hang up on me? And she's thinking, damn, did she hang up on me? So we're both like thinking something. But and I'm thinking like, she just don't care. Like, I just got hit by something. You're going to laugh at me and you're going to hang up the call in front of my face, and you're not even going to like call me back, like, or, you know. So when we sat and talked about it, the call had dropped. Like, I was losing signal. The call had dropped. And the reason why she was laughing was because she didn't think it was like a big car crash. So it's like, sometimes things aren't always what it seems like. It's best to talk about it, or it's best to like not feed into the negativity. Like, I don't know how else, like, I feel so passionate about this, and I don't know how else to like explain it to you guys, that things really isn't what it seems like. Social media, like, you see these people looking like they're living their best life, looking like they have all this money, they're so successful, but they're just showing you what they want to show you. Like, everything isn't what it seems like, you guys. Like, I don't know how else to explain this. Everybody has their ups and downs. Like, somebody might seem like they're just living their best life, but behind closed doors, they're probably crying. Like, behind closed doors, they're probably going through it. Like, it's not only you in this world that's struggling. Everybody else around you is struggling. Even the most richest people are struggling. Like, sometimes we're like, oh, once I get money, I'm going to be happy. And then you get money and then you're not happy. Like, happiness doesn't come from things of the world. It only comes from Jesus Christ. It comes from the living God, Jesus Christ. Like, everybody has their ups and downs, no matter how you look at it. That's what it is. You might seem down now and somebody else seems happy. Next day, the person is down and you're happy. That's why we need to be there to support each other, to help each other. Don't be so quick to cut off someone, because like I said, things aren't always what it seems like. Like, if you had one bad situation with the person, don't like, even if it seemed like the worst thing ever, don't be so quick to cut them off. Like, sometimes like we just really need to sit down and just talk about it. Like, I tell you everything that's within me, like how I'm feeling inside, and you telling me everything how you feeling inside. And that's how you actually gonna truly deal with the conflict, is like the thing to talk about the things that could seem the most hurtful to each other, like not sparing any feelings, just say it how it is, like exactly how you feeling, just say it. And a lot of growth would come from that, and it's gonna like draw you like even closer. Like in relationships and stuff, at the beginning it's the honeymoon phase, like everything seems all good and jolly and sweet and stuff. But then later on, as you guys are, you know, getting to know each other and starting to become one, all of these conflicts is gonna come. And when you're holding things and they're holding things, it's not gonna make you guys any closer. It's just gonna draw you guys even further away from each other. But when you come to the table, even the things that you're embarrassed to talk about, you come to the table and you bring it up. That could bring so much nurture to the relationship or to the friendship. Like just being so vulnerable about what the problem is, and if that person genuinely cares about you, you're gonna see how much closer, how much sacred, like how much more loving that relationship or that friendship is. Like everything isn't always gonna be peaches and cream. Like you're gonna go through like, you know, tribulations together, you're gonna go through trials together, but that's what's gonna make you guys even closer to each other, is to be vulnerable. Oh my gosh, like I don't think you guys understand, like being vulnerable, it brings so much out. Like it brings so much goodness out. Like I'm not saying to go out and be vulnerable to everybody that you see out there, but sometimes we just let pride get in the way and ruin good friendships and ruin good opportunities. But if we're to put a pride aside and be vulnerable and saying like, hey, this is how I actually felt, this is how you made me feel, like life would be so much easier. It really would. Like I realize I'm gonna do a video on the relationship, but I realize once you sit down and you really talk about what's hurting you, even if you're uncomfortable to talk about that with the person, you feel so much relieved. Like be vulnerable to your friends. Like if you care for them and you going through something, they're going through something, y'all going through conflict, be open to each other, talk about it. It's okay to say no to people. It's okay to set up boundaries with people, because what's that gonna show is that you respect yourself, that you value yourself, and you're not gonna accept any treatment less than what you deserved, or any treatment less than what you know that you deserve, you know? So it's okay to set up boundaries. Like even if you were friends with somebody and they used to do something and you used to just take it, you know, you used to just accept it. If one day out of nowhere you decide to change that exception and set up boundaries or say no, you can. Like, don't worry about like, hey, like this person's gonna see me different, this is gonna cause conflict. Because in reality, it's already causing conflict, baby girl. It's causing conflicts within yourself. It's causing conflict like with how you and that person is. Like if you're so willing to keep going to places with people and then they're always expecting a yes from you, and then today you decide to say no, that's fine. Like sometimes you have to put yourself first. Like me, I'm such a social butterfly, but I realized like that wasn't really the type of person that I am. Like sometimes I'm not always willing to go out, and that's okay. Like I could say no if I want to. Like, you know, I'm not saying like not to be there for your friends and your significant other, like people that you care about. But if you feel like saying no, say no. Because if you're constantly watering other people's plant and you're constantly giving in, you're gonna feel drained out. You know, it's okay to take moments aside and like to nurture yourself and to replenish yourself. And then once you feel replenished, you could, you know, water people again. So yeah, it's okay to not want to do things. It's okay to set boundaries. You don't have to keep acting the same way that you were acting yesterday, or to be the same person that you were yesterday. Like, as the day goes by, we're aging even more. So should our personalities. So should our boundaries. So should the way that we carry ourselves. Those should be changing too. What good would it be if 3 years down the line, I'm still the same person? Where's the growth? Like, I feel like you always have to be better. You know, what do you need to work on? What do you need to be better at, while appreciating what you already have? And to bounce off of the setting boundaries or saying no, you don't have to say something or do something that you're not comfortable with. If somebody's asking you a question that you don't feel comfortable talking about, you could dismiss it. Change the subject, change the topic, or don't answer them, or tell them straight up, I don't want to answer your question. That's it. You know, you don't have to feel obligated to, regardless of how close that person is to you. You don't have to feel obligated. And not everything is something that you have to share with people, especially relationship. Like, relationship is a two individuals becoming one. It does not include me, you, and my mom, me, you, and my best friend. No. If you don't feel comfortable talking about something, that's okay. I don't care how close you are to me. If I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to talk about it. Like, that's how it should be, you know? And you shouldn't feel pressure to talk about something that you don't want to talk about. It's that actions speaks louder than words. You could say whatever that you want to say, honey bun. You can say whatever you want to say, baby girl. But if your action is not adding up, I'm not believing it. I feel like that's self-explanatory. It's best to surround yourself with positivity, positive people, because just like the Bible say, I don't know if it's the Bible that says that or if it's just a saying, tell me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Like, it's best to surround yourself with like-minded people, like positive people, people of good like deeds, people of good like intentions, good demeanors. Like, you could be like a good person, like, and surrounding yourself with other people, and then a stranger who's seeing you, they don't care like that you're a good person, or they don't care that you're not partaking in what they're partaking in. But if they see you, they're gonna automatically think that's how you are too. So it's best to surround yourself with good things, like positivity. Like, if you're the positive one and like during it, it's eventually gonna consume you. I'm sorry. It's eventually gonna consume you. Like, surround yourself with people that make you feel good. Okay? Because what good is it to be surrounded with so many people and still feel alone, and still feel different, and still feel judged, and still feel like uneased? What is the good out of that? Like, you're just hurting yourself. And at the end of the day, it's you that is always with yourself. I don't know if you guys realize this. You're always with yourself. Like, no matter where you at, no matter what you're doing, even when you're dreaming, you with yourself. Even when you're dreaming about yourself. Like, you're in the dream, seeing it from your perspective. So if anybody needs nourishment and attention, it's yourself. Make sure that here is good so it could protrude out. But if inside here is not good, or if you're constantly protruding out and here is not good, you're going to get to a point where you're just going to fall down. Constantly keep checking up on yourself, making sure that you're okay. You know, making sure that here is fine. Like, surround yourself with positive people, because that's what's gonna like negativity, all those other things is just what's gonna consume you. And not only that, is what you listen to, what you watch, is what's gonna consume you. If you're listening to like cursing songs, watch, you're gonna start cursing, baby girl. If you're listening to songs like, oh, I robbed them, I shot him, my thing good, my thing so, this was gonna consume you. Like, these things have such a big impact on us spiritually. It's hard to like actually understand, like, these things that we're doing, the things that our eyes are seeing, or ears are hearing, or like mouth are repeating, has an impact on you. And it's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual battle. Like, this is this is a spiritual world, you guys. Be careful of the people that you surround yourself with. Be careful of the people that you tell your business to, the people that you listen to. Be careful what you watch, especially like with porn. You're watching porn, guess what? You become a slave to it. It's spiritual, y'all. It's not just how it seems. You can't pass a day without watching porn. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it'll eventually consume you. You don't have to blend into the crowd. Like, being different is so much better than blending in. Like, my friend, she's super quiet. She's super quiet. She's always sitting on the side, but yet teachers always know her name. Teachers always know her name. Like, regardless, anybody, like, regardless everywhere we go, they always know her name. Why? Because she's different. That's what's gonna make people remember you. It's not about fitting in. It's not about being cool or being accepted. No. Being different is so much cooler than being the same. Because what is there to make you stand out? Yeah, all of you guys have different personalities, but you're trying to fit in when you know that's not truly who you are. That's not truly how you are. Like, imagine if, you know, like, we're in a class and she's talking, she's acting just as a fool as those other people are surrounding herself with those people. That's what the teacher's gonna take her as, and she's probably not gonna be remembered. She's just gonna be another person in the crowd. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Being different is so much cooler. And how you represent yourself is how you're gonna be received. Like, if you come up into the building and you're just dressing dirty, people gonna see you as somebody who don't respect themselves. I'm sorry. Like, but if you smell good, you dress good, you walk positive, you like talk positive, you like, you know, you have that demeanor, that confident demeanor, people's gonna be like, whoa, like, let me correct myself real quick. Let me, you know, how you present yourself is like how you're gonna be taken, and how you feel about yourself is what's gonna protrude out. Like, if you want to be respected, come correct, come respectable, come like you respect and value yourself. Because at the end of the day, you just showing people how to treat you. You're just showing people how to talk to you. You're just showing, like, yo, it's so important. Representation, boundaries, talk, speak confidently. Like, those things will make people respect you. Trust. Like, be in tune with yourself, for real. When I was younger, I used to, you know, spend all my money and like, oh, it's just gonna come back. I'm just gonna get paid in 2 weeks and it's gonna be fine. Now I'm regretting doing that. There's smarter things that you could be doing with your money. You could be investing it. And I'm thinking, like, all them times where I used to make money, imagine if I was saving it up instead of spending it. I could have been so much further right now. Money does go. It doesn't come back. It does not come back. What you're making is new money. But that money that you spent is not coming back to you. Unless if it's business. Or unless if you're investing it. That's the only way it's going to come back to you. Money does not come and go. Money goes and it goes and it goes. Us young people, we need to stop having that mentality. I'm going to leave you guys on a spiritual note. God is the only person that truly loves and cares for you. God is the only person that's always going to be there for you. Just put your trust into him. Believe in him. Have that friendship and relationship with him. And God will reveal himself to you and reveal his word to you. But thank you so much for watching my video. I wanted to do this video in a while now, but I'm finally doing it. If you stayed for this long, thank you so much. If you want more, please comment down below what you want to see from me. Don't forget to stay cute, stay classy and positive, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.